again. Again. Once again.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think a fallen angel just walked by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul.
stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate tracks, each one giving special emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
What's going on, folks? There it is. Y'all hear me? This is not turning down in my headset. It's really annoying me. Ah, that's better. Somebody type something in the chat. Hey, it's me. Does that mean you can hear me? Alright, cool. Alright, so look. Not a ton of people in here right now, so you probably know how this works, but if not, be sure to get in the Facebook group, and that's where you can do all the, well, you can see it right here on the screen, I'm assuming. One vote. What are you doing? Get in the group and go vote for somebody. So yeah, you head over here. Oh, that coffee's good. That's really all we're going to be doing. You head over, you make your picks, and then when it's kind of unanimous enough, we'll call it. Keelan is going to be doing a lot of the back end work, which is awesome because I've been trying to figure out how to do this for quite a while, and it's just not getting done without his help. So he's going to be doing the polls, and then he's going to be filling in the picks at the top. I really wanted to do this music in the background. Extremely distracting. Very, very distracting. We'll see how it goes. Otherwise, we got the chat up. Talk amongst yourselves. I got a little cup of coffee. Got some music in the background. And I'm just going to kind of kick back and see how it goes, I guess. I mean, this one's pretty straightforward because it's the Browns. It'll get a little more complicated later on. In terms of which players we pick. Oh, that's the other thing. When you go to the Facebook group, you can add whoever you want. I was kind of pulling for Ryan Leaf in the last test poll there, but he didn't really pan out too well. But you can add whoever you want, so we'll have as many people as possible. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Boom. So we got some more people there. There we go. Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Neck and neck. I like this. I like this. This is good. I expected catastrophe, and this is going well. All right. Let's see here. Y'all are just arguing about other stuff. That's all right. Talk amongst yourselves. Do need somewhat of a tiebreaker, though, so we can move on. Alright, I guess I'm going to have to vote, aren't I? I don't know if you can even hear. I wish I could hear what you hear. I'm just hearing what I'm hearing. Turn that up a little bit. How do I find the group? The group is in the description. If you go down to the video you're watching, it's the top link. And then I would assume the poll is going to be somewhere by the top, but Facebook's kind of dumb sometimes, and sometimes they bury brand new things in favor of other stuff. I don't really know why they do that, but they do. Here we go. I got to see these bars jumping a little bit. We got to get some background music in here. Thank you. You're very welcome. Link in the description. Thank you, Keelan. You like Jair? I like Jair. I don't know what we're talking about, but I saw that comment. I agree. I like him. Oh, man. Who do I want? I've been saying, man, I really like Baker. I know that's unrealistic, and it's probably Darnold. That's who I put in my mock, but just not feeling it. You know what? Nobody said Rosen. I'm just going to say Rosen just because nobody's said it, and I feel like that's not right. There we go. We got a Josh Allen in there, too. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Also, to make this a little more awesome, if you wouldn't mind sharing this, if you've got some other NFL groups, Twitter, wherever it is you think you can gain some traction, that would be kind of cool if we could do that. Because I was really hoping we'd have a lot, and I didn't give enough notice. That was kind of my bad. It was like 2 hours ago I told the Facebook group, hey, we're going live today at 10, but that's all right. This is sort of the test run. We're going to be doing quite a few of these, so I just want this to not end in catastrophe if at all possible. But it would also be kind of cool if we just had a ton of people in here and in the group, so we had double digits and maybe triple digits. Dallas got in the first round. You want him to take Dallas Goddard? Or are we talking later on? Because that's kind of crazy. What up, Fade? Yeah, we got some people in the group now. It's awesome that I know people's names. I like that. Got a good group of guys. Well, not Fade necessarily, but I know the last name. Bucks fan, right? Yes, sir. Second round. Really? All right. Let me refresh this just to make sure. If you haven't voted yet, get in the group. Sam Darnold in the lead. Probably going to be Darnold. But let's see how it goes. Here we go. 6-4-2. I'm kind of surprised Saquon's only got one. That was like a lock for a while. Look, looks like Darnold. Keelan's always pushing things along, isn't he? Oh yeah. No, we got 7. All right, Keelan. I tell you what. Why don't you call it, man? Go ahead and put in Darnold for the Browns. We're gonna call it. We're gonna keep this thing clipping along here. You want the Packers to get Ward, huh? It'd be pretty cool, man. I don't know. I'm really torn. Also a Packers fan. I'm torn, man. I almost want to just trade back just because I can't. Even Derwin. I've been big on Derwin for a while. I just don't know how that fits with Josh Jones. I just can't wrap my head around anything. Aside from Tremaine Edmonds, I'm just kind of torn on everybody unless somebody falls real crazy. Like, I kind of like trading back. Get another second-round pick. There's some real talent in the second. Just saying. Who is calling me right now? Are you serious? I get 4 phone calls a month. That's one of them. Everybody's talking about Mason Rudolph today. What's up with that? What do you think about Mason Rudolph? I know you already did this, but I'm just curious. I think he's... When I watched Mason Rudolph, he reminded me of Brett Hundley. Again, Packers fan, I know, but I was watching him, I'm like, I feel like this is Brett Hundley all over again. Exact same guy. He's missing real easy throws, short throws. He can't throw the ball deep. Small sample size, I guess. All right, Keelan, Giants. Throw out some names for Keelan for the Giants. We're not doing trades because I don't even know how to do that. Otherwise, Keelan, just throw in a couple names. And then, guys, again, you can add your own name. So if you're like, that's dumb, the Giants are definitely taking this guy. Just go into the group and put in your own name. You can literally put your name if you want. I might even vote for you. I don't care. But no, don't do that. Keelan's gonna get mad. Saquon. All right. do you think about trading back and taking Van Der Esch? Yeah, man, I'm all for that. If we trade back and get a guy like Van Der Esch or maybe Landry if he's back in the 20s, which I find hard to believe, but if he is, and then you get 2 second-round picks, that'd be solid, man. I'm all for that. So we got Saquon, we got Rosen. I got to make sure he's not sending me that link. He might be. I got to pay attention. I have to pay attention to a lot of things here. Mason Rudolph could be a top 15. Buffalo, Cardinals, Chargers. Hey, I hope so. I'd be all for it. Hopefully he goes before the Packers. I doubt it, but it'd be cool. I think Keelan's working on our next poll. Bradley Chubb, there we go. Chubb gets no respect, man. I got Chubb going number 1. Not really, but I wouldn't hate it. I'd be the only one of anybody in the world who'd be pumping my fists. Here we go. Keelan's on the ball. What do we got here? The next one is up. I'm going to get it so that you can see it on the screen, but head over there. New poll, ready to go. Yes. Ooh, Tremaine Edmonds. This guy. This guy. Getting funky with it. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Saquon's got a vote already. Davenport overrated. My opinion, yeah, definitely. If you're asking me, chaos. Yes, I think Davenport is overrated. I mean, the guy's a freak physically. There's no question. You watch him just dominate people, and it's awesome, but he's such a project. I just can't see taking a project that early. That's just my issue with it. I mean, if the Packers or whoever take him, I'll end up getting excited because it's like, all right, well, eventually he's going to be awesome, but I can't imagine taking a guy that's got a mean bull rush, and that's all he's doing right now. And in the NFL, they're going to be able to lock that down, so he's going to do nothing for a very long time until they can teach him to do other stuff. Could be wrong, I'm just saying. I don't know. Tremaine Edmonds is a freak. Yes, sir. Go vote, everybody. What are we doing? I'm not calling it with Saquon with 1 vote. I'm not doing that. I'm going to refresh it, and there better be more. Hey-o. Just got to refresh it once in a while. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I love you. Look at that. Josh Rosen coming in hot. DJ Moore. That'd be good, man, for the Panthers. They need that. How many people think the Giants would trade back if we were allowed to trade? Probably not, if you think they want a quarterback. But if you don't, I don't know, maybe not either way. Because you got Saquon, you got Bradley Chubb. It's hard to trade out of number 2. I suppose I should shut my mouth and let you make your own decision and engage. But that's my thought process as I think out loud. Raiders, I mean, Roquan is kind of what a lot of people are saying, but I mean, if you're just at... Derwin's a freak, and Roquan I have a lot of concerns about, so I like Derwin a lot more, but if I had to guess money on the table, I would say if they're available, they're going to take Roquan just based on what a lot of people are saying. The Raiders like the linebackers. Let's refresh. I wish I didn't have to refresh it all the time. Should be doing this. There we go. Ooh! Rosen taking the lead. Hope y'all can hear this music. Compliments of DJ Quads. Not just because it's free. I actually do enjoy it. Do I think the Redskins will get Darius Geis? I mean, it's easy to say no just based on the odds if I'm going to just, you know, whatever. Ridley's overrated? Yeah, maybe. This is fun. I hope nobody cares that I'm just not talking, but I mean, this is fun. You vote for Bucks getting Barkley. No, you don't, because we're not there yet. We'll see. Rosen might go here. What do we got? Nothing. Nobody else? If Aaron Rodgers can fall, anyone can. You got that right, man. Greatest of all time. I said it. Better than Brady. Benjamin Bierce. Charles Woodson 2.0. Who's Charles Woodson 2.0? I missed that. I missed it. Anybody else want to vote, or are we going to have to call it with a 1-point lead? I don't like doing 1-point leads, man. It's too close. What do we got? Ooh. I don't know, Keelan. What do you think? Should we call it? Josh Rosen going once. Greatest intangible quarterback. I'll take it. Oh, Ryan doesn't want to call yet. Oh, Keelan does, always. All right, we'll give it. Well, go vote, man. Did you vote? He must have voted for Saquon. I'm going to give it about 30 seconds. If you voted for Bradley Chubb and Quentin Nelson, if you want Saquon, you better switch it up. Calvin Ridley is Megatron 2.0. Is that a joke? It's got to be a joke. I think that's a joke. What do we got? Last chance. Call it, man. Call it, Keelan. Josh Rosen is a New York Giant. How you feel about that? Do we have Giants fans in here? We've only got 12 people in here. It's like a kick in the gut, man. Oh, there we go. That shot up a little bit. There it is. Joshy Rosen to the Giants. All right, Jets. Get some names here. You have to assume they went up for a quarterback, right? I mean, if they moved up that far for a running back, they should just lose forever, because that's dumb. My thought process, they got 3 quarterbacks they like. Oh, Keelan's giving me pointers over here. He's got my back. I don't know what I was saying, so we'll move on. Some names for the Jets. Well, I mean, Allen, right? Anybody? Mark Sanchez Jr.? What I should do is get a couple other people in here with me. Do like a group chatty thing. It's just an idea, just a thought. Winnie the Pooh. Keelan, I want you to put Winnie the Pooh in there. I want Winnie the Pooh in there. I'm going to vote for him for the Jets. Baker. Oh, yeah, Baker, duh. Baker, Josh Allen. Might as well put Rudolph in there since everybody's high on him today. And Winnie the Pooh. That's it. Here we go. I think it's up. Let's get it rocking. Let's see. Where are we at? Copy. Paste. Oh, this is Giants again. Why does it keep doing that? Copy. Pastioso. You're not... This is not working. It's weird. Let me try something here. You can vote, you just can't see it yet because this thing is acting. It just changes the number back on me. I wonder if that's a... Come on. Give it to me. There's the jet. Ooh. Baker getting all the love. I like that. I like that. I don't want to be a Josh Allen hater, but I like that a lot. Baker is so good. Josh Allen is... He throws the ball far. I don't get it, man. Sorry, reading comments. I was confused by some of them. Oh, slam it down. All right. Voting based on what you would do or what you think the team would do. Fair question. I guess I don't really care personally. But it is a good question. Probably should do what the team would do to try to make it realistic. But whatever. I don't know. It is what it is, man. It's just a mock draft. Have some fun. Let's see where we're at. Where are we at? See if Baker's just taking off with it. Yep. Oh, nope. Allen's making a little bit of a comeback. Winnie. Come on. Winnie the Pooh. Yes. I am making a mockery in my own mock draft, but I don't care because that's awesome. Winnie's on the board. No, actually, Calvin Ridley is Megatron. I can't speak. I swear that was just coffee. It's not an alcoholic beverage. He's a beast, has the same speed as him. It's not a joke. I'm dead serious. You keep putting LOL after everything, though. How tall is Calvin Ridley? How big is Megatron? Big and strong? He's joking. I know he's joking. It has to be a joke. Ridley and Sutton are the only two wide receivers that would go first round. I don't need to worry about that right now. What we got? Oh, closing the gap. Baker and Josh Allen within 2. It's too close to call, folks. We got 20 up, 20 viewers now. My math's not too good, but I feel like we don't have 20 votes in here. Link is in the description for anybody that's new. Go to the Facebook group. Near the top somewhere there should be a poll, which is the one that you're seeing below my bobbing head. And you get to vote in the poll. I'm close to calling it for Baker, but Josh Allen is making such a strong comeback. I feel like I got to hold out here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Woof. Baker pulling out a little bit. Hi, Daddy. What's up, man? Maybe don't say that anymore. It's my fault. I made the dumb name. But hey, man, what's up? Hi, Daddy. Sheesh. It's going to be interesting when these wide receivers start coming up. It's getting heated in here. Nobody wants to talk about the quarterbacks. Nobody cares about Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen. What do we got? Let's see. All right, man. Keelan, I think we're going to call it, bud. Baker to the Jets. Let's just call it. Kenny, thanks for the follow, bud. Go Pack. This is the easiest YouTube video ever. It might be the worst one I've ever made, but it's definitely the easiest. Because everybody's doing the work for me, and I get to just kick back, listen to music, and watch a live mock draft. Feeling it. Baker to the Jets. Sutton ran a 4.54. Don't like him? Is that what you're saying? St. Brown's brother is going to be a monster. Huh. Is he a wide receiver? That's interesting. Oh, and throw out some names for the Browns, too. What you think? It'll probably be more relevant later on when we get down the line, because we kind of know the names up top. But when we get down a little lower, it'll get contentious, make it a little more interesting. East Coast viewers. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, East Coast viewers. It's tough for me too. It took me like 2 weeks to adjust my schedule to be able to stay up past 8 o'clock. Oh. Fitzpatrick. I like it. Minka. He's been getting kind of trashed lately. Not really trashed, but I don't know. Derwin hype train's kind of really rolling, and it's rolling right over Minka's head. Nope. There's a new one up. Let's see what this says here. Nope. That's not it. Why did it say a few seconds ago, dummy? Got people trying to get in the Facebook group too. I gotta pay attention to that. I got you, man. Got you, Josh. Get in there, go vote, brother. Do your civic duty and vote. It is your civic duty. Quentin Nelson. I haven't heard that. We got 2 people back-to-back saying Quentin Nelson at 4 to the Browns. That's interesting. That's interesting. There it is. All right, go vote. It's up. Get it going. See if I can not be stupid and get this up here. Browns are up. Yes, sir. We got Minka and Saquon. Bradley Chubb's got one. Tremaine Edmonds, Roquan. Man, come on, don't give up Tremaine Edmonds this early. Give me some hope. He's not going to be there. He's going to be gone so early. That guy's so good. Maybe good isn't the right word. Is he good? Or has he just got a lot of upside? I think he's got a lot of upside. But he's pretty good, too. Question is, who will draft LeBron James Jr.? Man, you guys are all up on these 12-year-old kids. You're on the phone, you can't vote. Dude, hang up the phone. Who are you on the phone with? The president? Get off the phone. Nobody is that important right now, okay? President included. Can't vote. I'm on the phone. Let's refresh it up. I bet Saquon's ahead. Let's see. Ooh, Bradley Chubb! That's actually what I had going. I had, in my mock that I did, Packernet.com, by the way, Packers fans and not. I'm doing a full 7-round mock draft at Packernet.com. I've got 3 of those rounds done. Oh, no, maybe 2. I got to get 3 posted. I think. Anyways, I had Sam Darnold and then Bradley Chubb coming around at 4. And I was not too popular for that. But I stand by that. I think that's a good way to go. What else we got? I think we're good. I think we're all caught up. Tried to vote, but I'm not part of the group yet. I did just add somebody. If you're still not in, my bad. I'll get to you. Trying to stay up on that too. I think everybody's in. Oof. Haha. I like this, man. I like these neck and neckers. Bradley Chubb and Saquon, 1 apart. No love for Minka, Tremaine, or Roquan. Nothing. Out of my face. Costas. I can't even say that guy's name. Is that the that's a basketball player? I don't watch the Bucks, man. I don't watch basketball. But I know that name. Who did you have at 2 in your mock? I don't know. I should know that, but I don't know that. Head over to packernet.com, man. Check it out. It's up there somewhere. There's a bunch of mocks. There's another guy on there doing Packers mocks, and then there's 2018 NFL mock draft. Round 1 and 2 should be up. Join Facebook group, link in the description to vote. Thank you, Edward, for the reminder for the folks. Let's refresh this here. Got 517 members in this group, man. I got to do a better job of getting the word out on this a little bit earlier. Maybe when we do this more regularly, people will see it and get into it. But I was really hoping we'd have more than we have currently. It's all right though. We still got Bradley Chubb and Saquon neck and neck. Let's see if anyone's trying to join the groups. Yeah. I don't think so. Don't think so. Come on now. Give me something. I don't know. All right, I'll vote for you, Sheldon. Who do you want? Should get Facebook back. Just join this group and nothing else. You don't need any friends. Nothing. Just get in the group. You have my permission. Jonathan, you want a top defensive player to go to 14 to the Packers. Who do you think are top defensive players? Because I'm kind of torn on that myself. Six to 6. Oh, you guys are killing me. Here we go. Alberto, I got your back, man. Let's see what we got here. Boom. You can't get into the chat. I don't know. It should be on there somewheres, right? I'll approve that. I don't know why I need to. I don't know. Where's the chat, man? Somebody tell whoever just asked me that. Should be just beneath the video, maybe? I don't know. I'm not in there. I got my own thing going on over here. Alright, let's do this. Who's going to pull out ahead here? Come on now. Oh, I didn't check to see who Sheldon wanted me to vote for. 6 to 6 still. Chubb. Alright, man. I'll vote Chubb. I'm going to give it, I don't know, like 2 minutes. Not literally 2 minutes. Just a very short period of time. 7 for Bradley Chubb. With the Broncos on deck. Licking their chops. Spoil me with Derwin. Dude, I love Derwin. I don't know. See, I got to do this Packers podcast because it's been driving me nuts. But I don't know how you work that out. Obviously, Derwin's going to be the guy. What do you do with Josh Jones? What do you do with him? Because when you're in your nickel-y-dimey package thing, your linebacker is going to be Derwin, and then you got 2 free safeties up top. You want Josh Jones to be a free safety? I don't. You want him in the slot? I mean, basically you're making him do stuff that he's not all that good at. He should be your strong safety / linebacker. That's Derwin now. So Josh Jones was a wasted second-round pick. Let's refresh this. Not necessarily wasted, but you're forcing him to do stuff that isn't as good. And you could say, okay, well, Derwin can do it. All right, there we go. Bradley Chubb, call it, Keelan. It's officially official. I just don't know what you do with that. So I don't want to go on too much of a Packers rant because we got other stuff here. But, yep, I'm calling it. Got it, Keelan. Denver Broncos. This one should be open and closed, man. Open and close. I'm not even going to say it. You know what to do. You know what to do, people. Denver Broncos. Pain without YouTube Red. Shouldn't be getting ads on here. Is that what you're implying, Blue Red Lover? There shouldn't be ads because YouTube hasn't approved my monetization. So I'm doing this all for free, for fun, for you, and for me. I feel like if I rearranged those words, it would have rhymed, and that would have been kind of cool. But I didn't, so deal with it. Did a draft on Madden today. I had Darnold and Chubb going to Cleveland. I had them trade with Philly to pick Geis at 32. I've had the Browns trade up a couple times. I don't think ever for Geis, but I like it first name, last name. Actually, you know what? In my mock, I had Darnold, and then I had Chubb, and then I had him getting different running back. I'm blanking on his name. Josh Allen is my... Josh Allen? What? You people are crazy. I don't know what you're talking about, Josh Allen. Having to go back and forth with... Oh, I got you. Yeah, because YouTube Red, you can go off screen and still hear stuff. I didn't consider that, I guess. I'm doing it all desktop, so that's the way to go with this, if you can. If you can't, I apologize. Suppose you're going to have to get YouTube Red and make it work. But it's alright. It's not like you're going to miss anything. I'm just rambling. What do we got? Did he post it? Bing. Bong. Broncos are up. Oh, they're... Yep. Everybody's already voting. Y'all know what's going on here. Feel free to go vote. Actually, some competition for the guy that I thought would be a shoo-in here. We'll see how this goes. Bing bong. Broncos are up. Oh, yeah, never mind. There was competition for 2 seconds. I tell you what, Keelan, I'm going to keep you working, man. Let's just call it for Josh Allen. Just call it. It's already game over. Sorry for those of you that like Quentin Nelson, Minka, or Saquon, but let's just be real about it. Let's just be real about this. Josh Allen reminds me of Wentz, Stafford, Flacco, and Roethlisberger mixed into one player. That could be awesome depending on which attributes you're talking about from each guy. I mean, if it's all the good stuff, then he's going to be the greatest of all time. Colts are up next. Let's get some names for the Colts. I mean, Quentin Nelson makes a lot of sense, I would assume. I'm not trying to sway anybody, not that anybody cares what my opinion is, but Quentin Nelson is one that comes to mind. Nelson should be obvious. Come on, man. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said it because now everyone's saying it's obvious, and it's like I can't really refute that because I just blurted out his name. But some people think it's way too early to go guard, so you got those people that are going to vote otherwise. So those people that say guard shouldn't go top 10, what are some other names? Minka. Seeing Minka. Derwin as a sleeper. I like that, man. I think Derwin could surprise some people. I think he's a special kind of guy. He's one of those guys that, you know, just like Josh Allen, there's going to be some teams that are like, not my kind of thing. You know, Derwin's got certain attributes that he's better at than others, but there could just be that one team that's like, I'm taking him. Top 10 early, 6, 7, whatever. 7 for sure. He's got a shot with Tampa, I would say. I actually had Derwin going there like long, way back in the day doing mock drafts. That was a common one. Staying in Florida, going to Tampa. He's got it up already. Keelan's flying here. Keelan is flying. All right, folks, go vote. Remember, you can add your different. It'll probably won't need to now, but later on, just remember you can add names in these polls if who you want isn't there. Quentin and Saquon leading the way. Saquon makes a lot of sense too. I know they mentioned that they wanted to get a good running back to complement Andrew Luck. So kind of similar kind of deals here. You want Quentin Nelson to protect him. You want Saquon to more or less protect him, but also add another dimension to that offense so it's not all on his shoulders. So protecting his back, protecting his shoulders, one way or another, we got to protect him. Nelson to the Colts, Barkley to the Bucks. Well, Vin's got it all figured out for us, so that's cool. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the way it goes. I don't know if I've ever seen Saquon to the Bucks. That's kind of crazy. Has he just never fallen this far in a mock that I've seen? Admittedly, I don't look at every single mock, which is embarrassing that I own a mock draft thing, but very busy. Scroll up. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. My bad. There you go. Let me refresh it. Telling you, man. What would I do without Keelan in this group? Quentin Nelson. All right, man. Let's call it. Quentin Nelson. Woo! Vin could be predicting the future here. Saquon to the Bears. You shut your mouth. He better not go to the Bears. I will throw things. Wouldn't be happy about that. Look at that. Ooh, Quay to the Colts. I'm digging it. There it is. Should get a second guy in here, so, or I could do some of this work and not make Keelan do everything. That's all right. Colin Cowherd has Barkley to San Francisco. Wow. I just feel like somebody would trade up at some point. There's like a bottom or a top or however you. There's a bottom for him. Where at some point somebody's just gonna be like, nope. Although you can't force a team to trade back with you, so I suppose there isn't really a bottom, right? You want to trade with the Bucks, but the Bucks are like, no, dude, I'm good. I'm gonna get Derwin here or whoever. Denzel to Chi-Town. That could happen for sure. Wouldn't be super happy about that either, I don't think, but be all right. Be all right with that. Told you Barkley to the Bucks. Yeah. John, no, we're not going to do any trades. I would like to figure that out. That'd be kind of cool, but it's just kind of hard to do. I suppose we could just do it. Not today, but what we could do, just because I don't want to throw a wrench in things because there's not a catastrophe that's happened quite yet. But what we could do is just make it a trade option or a poll option. Somebody could just throw it out there and say, like right now, you could say Raiders trade with the Bucks, and if it gets enough votes, then boom, we're gonna trade it. All right, I think the poll's up. Go do your civic duty, ladies and gentlemen. Go vote for For those of you that are new, I'm going to say it for the 10th time. The link is in the description. Go ahead and get in the Facebook group, and you too can vote. Who's speaking to me? That's my wife. You're not stupid. Thank you, darling. I can't say stupid. It's funny. My wife's upstairs apparently watching the stream. Thank you for not putting goofy things in there too, by the way, Alicia. I'm surprised you didn't. Put Winnie the Pooh in or something. Buccaneers, go vote, folks. Now I'm famous. Are you on the stream? No, it's off the screen. Alright, let's refresh it. Oof. Saquon to the Bucks. I like that. I don't know why. I just haven't seen that very often. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it wasn't that big of a need, so I never really even considered it, but that's kind of cool. It'd be kind of good for that team. I like that. I dig that. And it's about to happen, I think, so. I think it's about to happen. I'm not calling it quite yet, although I probably should, because this has taken kind of a long time. I'll give a 4th round pick for Howard. We can have a pair of running backs. Getting all kinds of trades going on now. Imagine Barkley on the Packers. I can't even do that. I can't. My brain won't do that. Can't process that. Can't even process it. Dante Jackson in the 2nd. Who did I have? I think it might have been Dante Jackson I had the Packers taken in the 2nd. I can't remember. I get these guys all confused now. Minka's fallen a lot. Yeah, Minka is falling for sure. A lot of... What is different about this? Why is this... Darnold wrote... Oh, because Mayfield went maybe. So it's pushing everybody down one more. Tell them fade. Alright, let's do a refresh. See if we can call this. Do a refresher. Yep, we're going to call it Saquon to the Bucks. Happened to my music. What happened to my music? I don't even care if you guys don't like my music. I need something going on in the background. Can you even hear it? I don't know. I can hear it, but it's what comes through here is different than what you're hearing, so I have no idea. I guess I shouldn't really care, but I do. Yeah, Jack, I agree. I like Vea. I actually had Vea going to the Packers for quite a while, as much as people didn't like it before we got Wilkerson. But if you look at Mike Pettin, he's always had that big nose tackle. Right now we got Kenny Clark, who's like 312 or something, but he's always had those 335-pound monsters like Vita Vea. So I was thinking maybe you do that. You slide Kenny Clark over to defensive end, which he could handle, obviously. I thought it would work out pretty well, but with Muhammad Wilkerson now and all these other needs, I don't see Vea. But he did come in for a visit, so be prepared for that one. Chicago Bears are up. Chi-Town. I'm not going to try to throw any hate your way. Just don't pick any good players, all right? And we won't have any problems here. Vinny, I got you, man. I'm coming to get you approved in here. Keelan's got the poll up. Get in there. No, Alicia, I don't want you to vote random. Thank you. Alright, stop dinging. I think everybody can hear that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, let's get the poll up here. Chicago Bears. Got a lot of good players here. Bears are in a real good spot. Denzel. I think I had Tremaine going to the Bears. Get that Brian Urlacher back, man. That was when everything fell apart for the Bears. I remember And I'm not just hating on Bears fans. I grew up in Illinois, but I remember when Urlacher got hurt the year before he retired, and that defense went right down the tubes. And Urlacher said he was going to leave, and everybody said, oh, he's washed up, he's no good, he's garbage, it doesn't even matter. And I'm like, man, I don't know. He might not be what he was, but that defense is nothing without him. And ever since he left, Bears defense hasn't been nothing. Ain't been nothing. Tremaine Edmonds gets back in there, though, I'm going to start worrying, because Vic Fangio's doing a pretty good job with that team. They're not elite, but if you look at each individual player, I like Pro Football Focus. Some people don't. I don't really care. You pick any single player, aside from like one guy who's old and his production's just going like this. Every single guy, it's just steps. Every year Vic Fangio's been there, they've been getting better and better and better. So add a couple pieces, everybody takes another step. Defense is going to be scary. That's my thought. I'm just saying. I don't know. Yeah, we're just doing the first round. I'm not sure. We could maybe try like doing round 2 tomorrow or something. I don't really know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, the biggest problem I have is if we got 15 viewers for a round 1, usually when you do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the viewership goes down. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to do a little better job trying to promote it, get some more people in here, try to figure out, how to make it more accommodating or whatever to people's schedules. Maybe it's because it's Saturday night. It works good for me because I'm an old man, or at least I act like it. So Saturday night, I don't do anything. So it's a perfect day for me, but some people have lives and go out and have friends and social lives and things and do that kind of stuff and do things other than mock drafts for some dumb reason. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Eventually, I would like to run through. I mean, if we had a bunch of people, I'd love to run through and just do 7 days, 7 rounds, and then next day just start over, do round 1 again. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, the draft's coming up, so we should just go hard and heavy at it. I wouldn't mind doing it. For the sake of keeping this thing clipping along, how about we just call Denzel Ward to the Bears? We good with that? Keelan, you good with that, man? Ward and Edmonds are the only two that are even close to realistic. Yeah, maybe. Maurice Hurst got some love out there. Getting it up, man. There it is. Denzel Ward to the Bears. Good luck locking down... I'm going to blank on his name now. Jimmy Graham. Jimmy G. Can't stop him. Winston has grown. He's not immature anymore. I haven't really seen immaturity out of him since he became a starter. Not like I'm watching him super closely, but I was scared that he was going to be just a nightmare. But he's been all right, I think. Seems like he's a pretty good guy. Not a super great quarterback, but pretty solid in terms of not doing stupid things like he did in college constantly. San Francisco 49ers up next. Who do we got? See, what I should do and what I kind of wanted to, I suppose I can bring it up for myself. Oh, by the way, NFLBigBoard.com. It's my website. If you want a big board to reference, go check that out. NFLBigBoard.com. What I do with that is it's just an aggregation of, I don't know, 10, 12-ish different websites, and just kind of blending them together into one. But what do we think for the 49ers? Who do we got? We got Tremaine, Minka, Derwin. I don't know. I don't know who else. I was just reading the old poll. Let's refresh it for fun since we're not really doing anything else. Yep, still Denzel. Could turn into Cam. If Winston turns into Cam, then he's becoming more immature because Cam is a child. What do we got? New poll is up, folks. New poll is up. 49ers. Doing it, doing it. So hard not to whistle into this microphone because I know it's going to be very annoying for you to hear that, so I'm going to try not to. Come on now. 49ers. Derwin and Roquan. Yeah, I forgot about Roquan's in there too. So we got the safeties, we got the linebackers, we got Connor Williams, got some tackles in there. Remember, you can add, now we're getting to that point where there's different opinions. You can add some options in there. If there's somebody you like, don't be afraid to get freaky with it. Don't be shy. You got something stupid up here? Got this stupid idea? Get it out there, man. This is a safe place. This is a safe environment. Very little, but kind of a lot of judgment. No big deal. The immature team, Newton at quarterback, Beckham at wide receiver, Elliott at running back. All the Dallas defense. Chip Kelly is head coach. Nice. Nice. Could do Rex at head coach too if you want, but that's cool. Let's see what we got. Get some people in now. Facebook group. Get in the Facebook group for those that don't know. Go vote. Tremaine taking the lead. I like that. Jamarco James. Pretty close. Who else is in here? Oh, Roquan. Down at the bottom. Eight more picks. Saquon Nelson. That's 2 more. 6 picks until the Packers are up. Vea, Edmonds, Smith, Ward, James, Fitzpatrick, and Chubb. Well, Chubb's gone for sure. Edmonds. So, see, I guess, I don't know. I'm not going to go down that road. Again, I'm not going to make this a Packers thing. Niners got to be stoked with their selection. What's their selection? We don't know yet. I almost think, I don't know. I'm not going to say who I had. I should just pull up my article and see what I had. What do we got? Tremaine's still in the lead with Minka trailing a little bit. We'll give Minka one more shot here. If you want to vote, get in there. One last shot. We should just have a number of people that vote. 6, 10, 12, 13, 14? Yep. You got 14 voters. I don't know if we're going to have much more than that. Where is everybody in this group? We've had... This must just be the worst time, because even with these polls, we usually have quite a bit more people voting than this. Everybody's out tonight. Is it a holiday? Is it some kind of special fun day that I wasn't invited to? It's alright. Having fun here with my people. Doing a mock draft. Alright, last shot. Here we go. Minka coming back? A little bit, but let's just call it. Keelan, let's call it for Tremaine Edmonds. It's close, but I do have to go to bed at some time tonight. So we're going to start picking up the pace here because we should be about halfway done by now. I don't want this to go past midnight. WrestleMania weekend. Oh, no! It's WrestleMania. That's what it is. Packers will get Ward, James, Edmonds, or Smith. I guess it depends if you like all those guys. Keelan says no. He's so mad. I just looked up and I'm like, why didn't he put it in yet? Because he doesn't want to. Sorry, man. Sorry about that. You gotta do it, man. You gotta put them in there. Come on. Let's crank this one up. Reuben Foster. Yeah, he did fall. I think it was for medical, though, wasn't it? Reuben Foster? Or is that what we're talking about? I shouldn't jump in halfway. All right, Oakland Raiders. What do we got? Is Roquan gone yet? Roquan. Feel like that's been... Oh, Miami Dolphins. Just thinking out loud here. So we still got 2 potential quarterbacks, right? In this range, depending on if you like them. I can't imagine too many people like Mason Rudolph that much. But some people are saying that he's a good option. Oh, man, he's got his poll up already. He's got his poll up. Go vote. And then Jackson as well. Lamar Jackson. Van Der Esch. Snap. It'd be crazy if he went anywhere near this early. What do we got? Roquan, Maurice Hurst, Leighton Van Der Esch, all with 1 vote apiece. See, this is where it's getting fun. This is where it gets fun, man. This is where I like it. The Raiders select Spider 2 Y Banana. Nice. Well done, John. Feel free to put that in there as an option. I might vote for it. Unless it's going to win, then I will undo my vote. Was a mix of drugs and medical. Yeah, I remember Foster. And Foster was like fighting with medical staff too, wasn't he? Wasn't there something, not like a physical fight, but he was like popping off at the mouth. He was just had all kinds of flags. And then they were like, oh, no, it's just a medical. That's why he's falling. We don't have any concerns. Like, yes, you do. He's got all kinds of problems. But I haven't heard anything about him getting into trouble since he's been in the NFL. I just know that he's dominating everybody's face. Never know, man. You just never know. Whoa, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Oh, what, the music? Esch has insane potential. Yeah, that's cool. Everybody likes Van Der Esch so much. I don't know. I was surprised to see him even crack the first round. Now all of a sudden I see him up here. Let's refresh it and see what we got here. Keep forgetting it doesn't automatically do that for me. What do we got? Ooh, Roquan. All right, let's call it. Let's call it for Roquan. Who's up next? The Miami Dolphins. Very interesting. What do we got here? Ooh, yeah. I'm going to need to do some more training to stay up. Someone might trade here for Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll try trades one of these days, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of trades, which I guess is a good thing, because I don't want there to be a lot of trades, especially a lot of crazy trades. But we could do that in the future, like I said, just have someone just put in, you know, Raiders trade up or whatever, and then if they get the most votes, then boom, we'll just do it. It doesn't even matter. Well, maybe it does. I don't know. It kind of gets tricky if you just say, you know, what they have to give up, because then if you have to vote for that, and I don't know, whatever. Reuben Foster got arrested 2 months ago. Oh. Domestic with guns. Huh. Well. Okay. What a dummy. What is with these guys? That's nuts. Miami Dolphins. What do we think? Let's see some names out there as Keelan works on this. He's probably going to need your help with this stuff too coming up, because it's just kind of up in the air as far as who you want to go there. Keelan's got his opinions, but it's kind of getting just... It's getting to be a little trickier. Polls up. Get to voting. Boom. Boomity. What do we got for the Dolphins? Minka Fitz. Yeah, he's falling, isn't he? Got some people looking at him looking to trade, I guarantee, if he falls getting this far. Colorado cornerback Oliver is a beast. Yeah, I agree. I like him a lot. See, Oliver is exactly one of the reasons why I like the Packers trading back, because there's so many of those guys that are like Oliver that are, you know, from, let's say, like 20, 25-ish through the entire second round, where it's just like, I would love to have that guy on my team. There's just so many of those guys that could be solid players. So when you look at a guy like Davenport that's a project and is kind of like, I just, in my mind, unless somebody like Tremaine Edmonds or somebody, and it doesn't have to be Packers, whoever, if you're in that, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-ish kind of range, I don't mind trading back and getting two of these Oliver-type players who you feel real good about getting them. Getting two of those guys instead of a guy like Davenport or whatever, I'm all for that. Personal preference. Let's see what we got here now for the Dolphins. Oof. Well, that's a done deal. Minka Fitzpatrick, we're calling it. We are calling it. Only one vote for a quarterback. That's a little bit surprising. Mason got 1. Lamar got 0. Minka makes sense, though. I probably shouldn't be swaying it so much, saying that stuff. I don't know if you care. I'd be devastated if the Seahawks drafted Marcus Davenport. Seahawks, yeah. I don't know, man. I just feel bad for the Seahawks in general. No offense to your team, but I don't see good things ahead. The team is falling apart fast. Going to need another one of those solid drafts like you had when you built your entire team in one draft. Landry over, for me personally, yes, Landry over Davenport all day. Now, the only thing about that is I think we kind of know Landry's ceiling, and I think he's extremely talented. Davenport, if he's able to kind of develop kind of the way, you know, the stuff Landry can do, he's going to be a freak. And I think that's why he's up where he's at, because he's just so strong and physically dominant. So you could absolutely look stupid if you take Landry and pass on Davenport. In like 2 years, Davenport's one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. It's possible. That would be my only hesitation. At 14, I'm worried about taking that risk on Davenport. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. If the Packers got Esh and then a two combination of Oliver, Dante, or yeah, whatever. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Poll is up. New poll is up. What do we got here? This is for the Buffalo Bills. Now the Bills are moving their way up. Something to keep in mind. Trading up for something. What could they be looking for? Maurice Hurst with a vote on the board. I like Hurst, man. He gets a lot of hate. See, I'm kind of that way, and I need to stop. And by the way, for those that don't know, if you haven't watched my videos, I don't pretend to be a scout. I like watching film. I like doing all this stuff, but I'm not. That's why I don't make these kind of breakdown videos like Vach and a lot of these other guys, because I'm not going to pretend. I'm not saying they're pretending. I don't really know, but just not going to go down that road. Not going to do it. It should be right at the bottom of the poll. Somebody's asking. It just says add option. You just type in there. So if you would like to add an option, that's where you do it. I don't remember what I was saying. It doesn't matter. Ooh, there's Lamar. Lamar's taking the lead. I like Lamar Jackson, man. I acknowledge fully that he's probably not going to be that good just because he's... Well, two things. One, so small. Tiny dude, right? He's real good at taking off, and he does a pretty good job of like taking those angles to where, you know, the hit isn't... It looks like it's going to be brutal, and he just kind of moves a certain way where it doesn't get... But you can't do that every time. Somebody's going to blindside you one of these days. That's one problem. And two, anybody that runs as well as he does, you have to be a genius to be able to do that. Imagine being Brady or Rodgers or any of these guys who can do things in the pocket, how much processing has to happen. But then you figure for a guy like him, he has to cut his brain in half and do all that processing on just half his brain, and the other half is trying to watch what's in front of him to decide if he's going to run. You have to have like twice the capacity in your mind to be able to scan the field as a passer, but also be able to look where to run. And in other words, I'm not saying he's stupid. I'm saying you need to be a super genius to be able to run as well as he did in college and to rack up those kind of yards, and to every single play not only be able to understand the play in front of you and digest the defenses and how things are moving and be able to do that, but then to also look in front of you and say, oh, maybe I'll run or this. I just think it's too much. I think it's too difficult, and I don't know. But I like him. I do like him, and I hope he's another Michael Vick, and I hope he does well. Obviously, anybody that's not the Packers, I want to fail miserably at some point or another. But as an NFL football fan, I do like Lamar Jackson. Let's Keelan, let's just call it. Let's call it Lamar Jackson to the Bills. I don't know why it has me moderate some of these things. It's catching some weird stuff. Maybe that's a swear in another language. I don't know. I don't know why it blocked that. Man, if Hurst goes to the Eagles, I'd be... Why are the Eagles getting so many defensive linemen? They had a good defensive line, and then they got nada, right? And then they went out and got the guy that beats up old ladies in wheelchairs. Whatever his name is. Bennett. What are you doing with all these guys? I don't even understand what the deal is with that. Washington Redskins are up next. Yeah, I don't know. It's a new thing. We're going to get 17 defensive linemen, and that's all we're going to focus on, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I acknowledge that the quarterbacks probably won't go this early, but I don't know. Some quarterback-hungry teams, it's kind of like bluegill fishing when you get them all frenzied up. You ever do that with those night crawlers and you get them in there? And after a while, they just start tasting it, and then you just dip it in, and they're just attacking it to the point where my brother and I used to just take the little mud, the worm poop mud, and put it on the hook. You dip it in there. We'd catch bluegills with the poop mud. Get them all frenzied up. The NFL is like bluegills chasing poop mud. And the quarterbacks, some of them are good, juicy night crawlers. Some of them are poop mud. But at the end of the day, they're still eating them. Do you understand? The NFL is like poop mud. Polls up. Go vote. I'm the king of analogies, by the way. Oh, I'm enjoying my life. Redskins. Let's get it up here. Doing it, doing it. What do we got? Vita Vea. What in the world? Should we just... I guess we'll just call it, Keelan. Vita Vea to the Redskins. Wow. Unanimous. At 13. And we got the Green Bay. What you know? What you know about those guys? Packers are up next. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut through this whole thing. Just going to keep it shut. Throw out some names, though. Hater. Who, me? I don't know. I don't even know what I said. Who did I hate on? I don't think I hated on anybody. Did I? I just said poop mud. Whatever. Isn't Jackson the same type of quarterback Tyrod is? I don't know. Is he? He's more athletic. I don't think he's as big. I don't know if he's... I think he has a stronger arm, but maybe not. Tyrod has a strong... I don't know. Maybe. Huh. Derwin to the Packers. Yeah. I don't know, man. I had Derwin go in my mock to the Packers, and I still to this day feel sick about it, almost wanting to go back and change it. But this is going to be unanimous too, isn't it? I don't know how the Packers pass on him, man. I just don't know. I want someone to take Derwin before it gets to the Packers so I don't have to have this mental block. Someone explain that to me. What do we do with Josh Jones? Put it up. Derwin and Josh Jones are on the team. Where do you put which piece? Just chat section. Let me know. Ease my mind a little bit, because it's killing me. Killing. Not being dramatic. Literally dying here. Do you have the poll up already? No. That was old. Old news. Although it seems... There it is. He's on the ball. I saw somebody say Harold Landry. I saw somebody say it. Somebody mentioned it. Polls up, folks. Get after it. I'm enjoying my life right now. DJ Quads, ladies and gentlemen. Link is in the description. Look at that. Harold's alive for a moment. Trey Jones. See, that's what I'm saying, though. I know it's a joke, but it's tough. He was a second-round pick. Athletic as all get out. He runs like a 4.2, super strong. Everybody on the defense loves the guy, right? He's mean, he's angry, he's violent, and he plays that role. The Packers have that strong safety, nickel linebacker, hybrid-type role, and they drafted him in the second round to be that guy. Now we get Derwin. What do? We throw away Josh Jones? We're all excited about all this potential he has. If anything, we need a free safety. A guy that can play in the nickel next to Ha-Ha. I don't know. Whatever. I'm not trying to sway people. I know it's going to be Derwin, and I'm going to be excited because he's a freak. I just don't know what you do with Josh Jones. Oh, keeping it alive, though. Keeping it alive. Jim Bob Cooter. That's not funny, man. Who said that? Who did it? Josh. Get out of here with your Jim Bob Cooter. Oh. That's funny, man. I like that. 4-4-2. Shut up. 4-2. Yeah, it might have been 4-4 flat, too. I meant 4-4-2, though. Not a 4-2. Numbers are hard, alright? Leave me alone. Jim Bob Cooter is better than Joe Philbin. Why don't you all just shut up? Not drafting Jim Bob Cooter. Man, we're keeping it alive here. I don't want to drag it out because I'm a Packers fan, but let's just... And I also don't want to drag it out just because I'm not a big Derwin. I shouldn't even say that. I'm a huge Derwin fan. I just don't know what you do with him. But we're going to hold out here a little bit. Sign Eric Reed. Draft Josh Jackson to pair with Kevin King. Fine with that. I'm good with that. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Because we do need to keep moving. Ah, come on, somebody else vote. Because if I vote, it's not going to be for Derwin, and then we're really stuck. Although I do acknowledge, I think Derwin is on another plane. I think, you know, if we're doing tiers in terms of talent, I think Derwin is just completely different level, which is why I had Derwin go in my mock as well, because you can't. Although what I would say is you could try to trade out of this spot if you really just say, you know, presumably you have somebody that really likes Derwin, that wants to move up and pay a lot for him with draft picks, that is. Come on, give me something. Nobody wants to vote. Who's not voting, man? I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just vote Derwin, because I don't think you can take Harold Landry with Derwin James on the board. Voted for the tiebreaker. What does that mean? Alright, that's good enough. Josh Jackson caught up, but let's just call it. We'll call it for Derwin James for the sake of moving along here. Derwin's a freak, man. I'd be excited. I would. And they'll figure it out, man. You know? The only thing I don't like is you're going to put somebody in a position that they're not super good at. Although Derwin's... See, I think Derwin's pretty quick, too. What did Derwin run? I'm not going to say numbers anymore because you guys just make fun of me. But I think they're both pretty fast. So in terms of putting one of these guys back as a free safety, you know, free-ish safety, when they're in the nickel, you got Ha-Ha and your other free safety, which the other guy's garbage, which is why we do need to invest in another, no offense to whoever's back there. But then you got your slot nickel line, which is why it's technically dime, not nickel, because you got a safety as a linebacker, so that's another defensive back, whatever. Completely lost my train of... I can't stay up this late, man. I'm dead. Whatever. That was weird. Just completely lost it. Get out of here. Undoing your vote so it's tied again. Whatever, it's fine. Moving right along. What are we saying? Getting hostile. Someone could trade. Yeah, someone could trade for a quarterback too, for sure. Yeah, I've been saying it. Oh, I think we got the next poll up. Sweet. Keelan's trying to get this thing rolling here. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only part of it that I don't like in terms of trading back is the fact that the Packers never trade it or never get to pick this high. But I don't care. I think it's the smart thing to do. Depending who's available. What do we got? Cardinals. Oof. Mason Rudolph. Taking an early lead. It's very surprising to me. I don't usually see him in the first round. What do we got? Bet money Jair's going first round, huh? He should. I think he's good, man. Maybe it's just because he's just a slot guy. Maybe that's going to hurt him. Or maybe you don't think he's just a slot guy, but it's my understanding he's just a slot guy, and I think that would probably hurt you a little bit. Let's refresh it while I get back into these. Yeah, let's call it for Mason. Mason Rudolph to the Arizona Cardinals. Set a timer on your phone for 4 minutes. Am I taking too long? My bad, man. I'm trying to go. got kids voting. Yeah, there are a lot of young people in here. And Mason Rudolph is different. But who knows, man? You never know. I am surprised by the Mason Rudolph thing, but who cares? Baltimore Ravens up next. Yes, wide receivers are important. Ravens like to go out and get those veterans, man. Option for the Ravens is Geis. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, Geis never really gets any love, I noticed. He kind of just goes under the radar. He's a pretty talented guy. I mean, if Mason Rudolph can go at 15, why can't we start talking Geis at 16? That's all I'm saying. See, he got the pull up already? Keelan wants to go to bed, man. Pull is up. Keelan's tired. He's flying. Nah, he's probably just in a rhythm. He's in the rhythm. Baltimore Ravens. Boom. Let's do it. Calvin Ridley. See, I like Ridley. He's another guy that gets a lot of hate. That was something else I was going to say, I think, when I lost my train of thought some days ago. But one of the things that I tend to do is I like somebody until everybody really likes them, and then I start not liking him so much. like Derwin James. But then you got a guy like Calvin Ridley, and I watch him, I'm like, yeah, this guy's pretty good. And everyone says he's garbage, and it's like, well, guess what? Now I think he's really good. Not because I know what I'm talking about or I watched a bunch more film. It's just everybody's going to hate on him, and I thought he looked pretty good. So now I think he's elite. So there, world. Connor Williams, like a smart Cardinals fan. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that, not being a Cardinals fan and kind of just being more of a Pro Football Focus person. Because if you look at Pro Football Focus, their entire offensive line was garbage. But if you kind of check in years past, some of these, pretty much everybody's production just fell completely off. So I'm not sure if it's just everybody had a bad year, or if it's just the whole team just had a bad year, or if not having your running back hurt. Or I kind of wanted to go offensive line for the Cardinals, but then it was like, I don't know how Cardinals fans feel about that. If they're like, no, we got a good offensive line, you're an idiot, it's just a bad year. Wasn't really sure how that worked out. But anyways, Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, I don't get the Hughes thing either, to be honest. I'm actually really interested to see where Mike Hughes goes. Because there's some people that are super high on him. And obviously you got the guys over at NFL.com that are all over Hughes, and that's what causes a lot of other people to get big on Hughes, but I don't really get it. So I'm curious to see if he is going to go that early, or if he's going to kind of slip into the second round where he, in my opinion, he belongs. My unprofessional opinion. Bradford could be a good mentor to Rudolph, that's true. I don't know what is Rudolph's upside? What is the thing with Rudolph that, I don't know. I don't know what his thing is, right? Josh Allen's got a strong arm, okay. You know, Rosen and Mayfield I can see. Like they play football good. So I don't know. I don't know what it is about Mason Rudolph that people look at him and go, this is his thing, that's why he's so good. This is what makes him good. Where are we at? See if Calvin Ridley pulled away at all here. Come on, Calvin. Do it for me. Oh, Connor Williams caught up. Why are you so trained to go to bed early? Well, I used to do all this stuff at like 3 in the morning because I like doing it when everybody was passed out at my house. But then I wanted to do live streams, and nobody's up at 3 in the morning. So it's like, well, I got to start staying up late. And I get home from work, and at 6 o'clock I'm tired, and by 8 o'clock my head hits the pillow and I'm already asleep. So I get up around 3. I do all my podcasts, and I do some of these because I used to just record videos and then I would do editing work after that and all this other stuff. So I never needed to be awake when everybody else was awake, so it worked out well. So change of schedule here. Casterly has the pack talking Hughes. Casterly can do something. That would upset me. I have faith in our... All right, call it for Calvin Ridley. I have faith in the Packers, but if they took Hughes, I would just not be too happy with that. Rudolph's coach has the sweetest haircut, but Mason has the best deep ball in the draft. Well, I like the hot take on the coach's haircut. I'm a man. I'm 40. I don't understand where that came from, but I appreciate that because I like this group. It's a small group, but it's a fun group. I'm enjoying my life. Playoffs. Just got all this going down here. Hi, Mr. Minecraft. How to scout players. Coaches, haircuts, touchdown celebrations. Huh. Keelan, you there, man? We're calling it for Calvin Ridley to the Ravens. Mark it down, man. What if the Lion... Would you shut up about Jim Bob Cooter? Jeez. I don't want to hear about Jim Bob Cooter anymore. There it is. He's on it. LA Chargers. I'm curious to know how the Chargers are going to do. Because I keep looking at the Chargers and thinking, man, they got a pretty good team. But then they don't ever do anything. And I'm looking at them now and I'm thinking, really, really, really good team. Dom Capers get hired yet? Oh, yeah. There's a line around the corner waiting to hire Dom Capers. But I don't know if the Chargers are just one of those teams where they got a really good team, but they don't know what to do with all their players, so they just are not good. Where do you think Shaquem Griffin will go? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know the Jacob for Packernet keeps drafting Shaquem to the Packers, probably just because he likes him. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I don't really know. I like Shaquem. You know, I think it's ridiculous when people are talking first round and all this stuff. I'm guessing they're just trying to be nice to the guy with one hand. Poll is up, but there's no question the guy's talented. It'll be fun to watch him to see what he can do. But in terms of where he goes, I have no idea. He's going to be a middle round guy. It could be any one of the 32 teams as far as I'm concerned. Getting it up. Don't forget, for anybody that's new to the stream, go check out the link in the description to go to the mock draft group to vote. And then you can also add in options, because as we're getting later, people have a lot of different opinions. So whatever you want to do, go ahead and put in whoever you think, just not Jim Bob Cooter. He's banned from all polls. Yeah, I mean, the one-hand thing is, it is a problem. I mean, people act like it's not a problem. It's a huge problem. I mean, you got people nitpicking the size of somebody's hand by, like, centimeters or their height by an inch or whatever. I mean, everything is so minute. Fractions of a second for 40 times. Dude's missing an entire hand. It's a big deal, man. I mean, I don't think it's insensitive. It's just realistic. You gotta take it for what it is, you know. I mean, he's incredible with his bend and his ability to get around people, but that's college. We're talking NFL now. What is El Presador? Somebody explain that to me. El Presador. Am I missing a joke? Yeah, lightweight, that's also a problem. Jags fan, welcome. 4.34 is a big reason why he could be... Yeah, well, I mean, he's lightning quick and he's really fast around the edge for sure. Yeah, he can catch the football, I know. I'm just saying, makes a difference. And I still want someone to explain to me what El Presador is. Because at this point, he's in the lead, and I'm curious what is going on. El Presador. I'll give you a Presador. There we go. Connor to the top. If he had two hands, he could be a top 5 pick. I wouldn't dispute that necessarily. I mean, the guy is an absolute freak. I mean, looking at what he can do with one hand, I can't imagine a guy, and he's not as big as you'd like, but even so, with his size being that fast and his bend getting around the, it's crazy. I mean, he doesn't even need the other hand when he's going around. He just dips his shoulder, and he's got such a tight bend. He just, it's pretty incredible. But he does struggle with tackling. I have absolutely seen that. It's probably partly due to his size, but he absolutely, when he's going with the whatever hand it is, it's a problem. Monte Teo's girlfriend. Okie doke. Let's call it for Connor. Connor Williams to the Chargers. Notre Dame tackle. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he isn't becoming the clear number one. I mean, he was the number one for a long time. And then there was concerns about Connor's size, and obviously Brown just, I don't know what, I don't know, whatever. But I don't know. I'm surprised McGlinchey isn't the clear number one. But I'm good with it. Seattle Seahawks. Kind of interesting what they do here, because the obvious thought is let's go out and get offensive line. However, the defense is imploding right now. So do you kind of stop the bleeding on defense, or do you just continue to try to chip away? You could even do running back. Could be Geis, could be McGlinchey. You could go defense. You could pretty much do just about anything. You lost your tight end, so presumably, even though I think it's way too early, you need a tight end. Other than quarterback, what does this team not need? Both of their safeties could be gone, right? Reminds me of Jabril Peppers. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I could see that. I don't like those Swiss Army knife guys, man. I just don't. I mean, there's tweeners, and then you got the guys that are basically, they can do, like Derwin James is not a tweener. He's a guy that can do two jobs, and he can do them both very well, right? Or multiple jobs. Then you got guys that are kind of in between who are not very good at either, like Jabril Peppers. Seattle slowly falling apart, no question about that. It's sad to see. Not for me, because, you know, still bitter, but how do I think Richard Sherman will do with the 49ers? I think he's going to be pretty good, man. I mean, the injury concerns are a concern, but I don't think he's ever really been a bad football player. I don't think we've really seen a decline in Richard Sherman, unless we're just assuming the injuries are going to slow him down. I don't know, but yeah, absolutely. Especially with Poll is up, especially with all the other people that they have on that team now. Yeah, I think he's going to be solid over there. It's going to be a fun division to watch, I think. Poll is up. Seattle Seahawks. See, this is a good one, too. I think this would be a good one to get your own personal opinions in there if you want to add some player names. Because there's a lot of talent, and they have a lot of needs, best as I can tell. Davenport. Somebody just said they'd throw a fit. I think that it was Seahawks. They'd throw a fit if Davenport got taken here. Davenport is indeed in the lead. I am sorry about that if you're still here. Connor getting moved to guard. Yeah, maybe. If the Packers don't make the playoffs, would you fire McCarthy? I don't know. I'm always real slow to that in terms of blaming people, but I don't know. Supposedly they're tearing everything up. They're starting completely fresh, and they're creating a brand new playbook. But they absolutely have to be better at adjusting and being more creative. You look at some of the exciting stuff teams are doing in the NFL now, some of these young coaches and the cool, just looking at the playoffs last year was so much fun because you had a lot of young teams and a lot of young coaches, and it was just so different. But you saw different looks and different styles and different strategies, teams going out in free agency and doing all this cool stuff. The league just feels young and new, and the Packers, I think, were just very stale. McCarthy was doing the same thing every year. Dom Capers doing the same thing. Ted Thompson doing the same thing, and it just wasn't working anymore. So, yeah, maybe. I mean, it depends on the situation and why they failed. But McCarthy's certainly on the hot seat. So, I think if the team feels stale and it's the same garbage, they have all the weapons, but they got to be more creative with it. So, yeah, he needs to step up his game a little bit, I think. I want Maurice, not Davenport. Mike McGlinchey. One sec, I'll be back. Refresh it. Oof, here we go. Davenport and McGlinchey fighting it out. Mr. Jaguar, I'm not sure what you're asking me here. When is the next one of these? I don't know. Could be as early as tomorrow. Could be in a couple days. I'm not really sure. How do you think Case Keenum will do in Denver? I don't think he'll be playing very much in Denver. I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of confused by that. There's so many quarterbacks that we consider to be terrible that seemingly played really well. So I have a really hard time just saying they're really good quarterbacks now and just buying into that really. So gut feeling is he's not going to be any good, but who knows? I don't know anything anymore. We got a tie with Davenport and McGlinchey, so we need somewhere to go here. So the Hernandezes and the Hurst folks, or possibly even the Wynn guys, why don't you get down on Davenport or McGlinchey? Let's break this tie, if you wouldn't mind. What's my day job, if you don't mind me disclosing? I repair medical equipment at the VA hospital. I don't mind disclosing. They need to use Rodgers a little better. I'd have Rodgers more in the pocket, run more than just screens. Yeah. Jimmy Graham gives you a good option. Would have been better if they kept Jordy. Yeah, I really don't get the Jordy thing. I don't get it at all. He didn't even want that much money. Apparently they offered him like $1 million, which is just a absolute spit in the eye. Really upsetting. And now there's a void. I mean, you got Randall, who's a slot guy. You got a tight end. You got Devontae. Who's our other wide receiver? We don't really have one. I mean, we got guys, but nobody that's any good. So I don't get that. It would be so much better if Jordy was there. I agree. Hundley or Kaiser. I'd say Kaiser just because there's upside and potential. He kind of reminds me of Josh Allen a little bit with his play style, size. He's not actually that fast. Rocket arm. A lot of Browns fans are saying he had a lot of potential. Hundley's just, it's run its course. There's no point in investing anymore in him. So I understand getting Kaiser. We should try to offload Hundley. Maybe in the draft I heard possibly getting like a 6th or 7th for him or something. I don't know. But we need to unload Hundley and see what Kaiser can do. All right, let's see what we got here. Come on now. All right, McGlinchey it is. Let's call it, Keelan. McGlinchey to the Seahawks. I like that. I think Seahawks fans will like that too. Everybody's happy. How many do you think Rodgers has left in him? I just figured let's let him go until he's 40, right? He's 34. He's got 2 years left on this contract, so just sign him to a four-year deal. Could just round it out to a nice little 5-year till he's 41. But a 4 or 5 year extension. Let him play until he's 40-ish. All right, Dallas Cowboys up next. Cobb would have left instead. Just imagine if you had Jordy, Adams, Graham, and draft Christian Kirk. Oh. Oh, you're going to make me cry, man. Don't say things like that. That would have been amazing. I mean, I love Randall Cobb. I don't think he gets enough respect, even for Packers fans. They're too quick to say we need to get rid of him. I think he's a good football player. He's still relatively young. He's like 28, so I don't have a problem with him. But, yeah, who's going to play number 1 if Adams gets hurt? Yeah, I don't know, man. Geronimo, I guess. I don't know. New poll is up. New poll. A lot of Packer fans are real excited about a lot of our wide receivers, but they're just way overrated. Geronimo is not that good. And then there's 2 undrafted free agents that Packers fans just can't get enough of, and it's kind of ridiculous, the amount of hype that they get. Because they're undrafted free agents, so people just need to cool it. New poll. Dallas Cowboys. I think. I didn't even look at what I'm doing. Yep, Cowboys. Keelan's on it. Hernandez, Maurice Hurst. Thus for. Yeah, I was actually looking at that for Aaron Rodgers. I thought it was kind of funny if you kind of plan it out in terms of getting a quarterback like 3 years before he's ready to retire, kind of to groom a guy. Some of these guys that are coming into college right now could be the crop that ends up taking over for the Packers in the future. I thought that was, I don't know, maybe you don't care if you're not a Packers fan, but I thought that was kind of interesting. You're looking at these guys thinking, this could be the next one, man. It's a big deal for Packers fans. I've had 2 in my lifetime. I'm 31 years old. I mean, not really in my lifetime, but in terms of what I remember. It's just been Favre and Rodgers, and that's it. So, the third is kind of a big deal. Deron Payne. Yeah, what's up with Deron, man? That's another guy. He always slides. Always. Age reversing procedure. Rodgers can play forever. I like that. We need to work on that. What do we got? Refresh it up. Oof. We're calling it for Hernandez, man. Hernandez to the Cowboys. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen the Cowboys taking a guard. That's a new one by me. But I like it. I like Hernandez. He's a good football player. And I absolutely think the Cowboys need to get that offensive line going again. Nobody really, I mean, I shouldn't say nobody. I'm not hanging out with Cowboys fans all day, but I don't hear anybody really talking about that. And most Cowboys fans I hear, they're, oh, our offensive line is fine. No, it's not. You had this elite, amazing offensive line, and look how good your offense was. You lose a couple of those guys, and now you're just not the same team. Rebuild it. I don't know. Just my thought. Favre's daughter should be available when Rodgers retires. Yup. Maybe. What about Culpepper and Kid? Something. Detroit Lions. This one feels like it should be pretty straightforward. But I'll just keep that to myself. Maybe not. Actually, you know what? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I know who I would vote for, but somebody knows what I'm thinking. If I was Dallas, I'd trade back and pick Hernandez. Yeah, probably. You could probably do that. But if you really, really like the guy, you don't want to risk trading back. Because if you're willing to take him at 19, who's to say somebody won't take him at 19 or 20 or whatever. New poll is up. Yeah, this one's looking like it's going to be unanimous. I think it's going to be a quick one. Be sure to go vote for the Detroit Lions. Because I got a story. Yeah. Please. You know what? I'm going to vote for the pleasing fungus beetle just to get back at the nonsense Jim Bob Cooter. I'm hoping the fungus beetle goes on Jim Bob Cooter's foot. But at that, you know what? Let's just call it for Geis. We got 8. 8. Calling it for Geis. Oh yeah, Landry's still out there too. Huh. Got some pass rushers. Every single Lions Twitter has Landry. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if he would fit for the Lions very well though. I think that's kind of weird. He's like what, 250? He's kind of a small. They need like a strong side defensive end. I don't know. I think I had Sam Hubbard going to the Lions in round 2. I think he'd be a good fit. Just my thought. Cincinnati Bengals are up. Decker to the Packers. Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think we're going to wrap this up before midnight, but we're going to try to fly here. Very happy that Pleasing Fungus Beetle got 2 votes for the Lions. That's what you get for being the Lions. Eric Decker. New poll is up. New polio, which is a different thing. Yeah, this one should be pretty easy too. Maybe not. Remember, you can add your own. I keep repeating myself, but I don't know how many people are just hanging out and how many people are new to the stream. So, Facebook group, go vote, and then you can add people if you like. I think this one's going to be pretty cut and dried here. I'll give it a second. If we get one more, we'll call it. There we go. Let's call it for Isaiah Wynn to the Bengals. Isaiah Wynn. Buffalo Bills up, getting their 2nd pick. They had Lamar Jackson at 12. I always have fun with the Bills. I think usually because I have Lamar Jackson, but they got some cool weapons on that team with Shady McCoy in the backfield. Got some good pieces on defense, although they need help in the middle. I don't know. I usually like my picks for the Bills. Bengals, jeez. Fading fast, folks. Fading fast. I'm just happy this hasn't been a complete disaster. This is going very well. Shout out to Keelan, as usual, making it happen. Because this would just be horrible if I had to do that. And again, something else I think would be cool would be to maybe get new polls up. Get a few other people, maybe do like a Skype, or I hate Skype, but whatever. Just get some more discussion so it's not just me talking over music. Bills poll is up. We'll see what happens. This is the test. It's going well. Actually, the test was in the Facebook group. That was a failed test. Mo Hurst, he's been hanging on for a long time, man. He's always in it, but he's never really in it. Buffalo Bills. Christian Kirk could be kind of cool. Getting him that weapon. I need to go check out my big board. NFLBigBoard.com, ladies and gentlemen. The big board of choice. Let's refresh. Oof, look at that. Billy Price. Stepping it up. I like that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with a new quarterback. You can get him a wide receiver. You can get him some help with a running back, which obviously the Bills don't really need, unless you think Shady's going to be gone relatively soon. Offensive line help. I love getting guys tight ends. New quarterbacks get that safety valve. A lot of options. See that catching on big if you had 2 to 3 people talking draft while the mock was happening. Yeah, I think that would be good. See, it's hard to envision how this is going to go when you're doing it, right? In your head, it goes a certain way, but then when you're doing it, a lot of just dead air, right? I don't know. I'm just watching to see what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't have just words to. I have no idea, but definitely think getting some other people in here could be a good idea. Tempted to call Billy Price, but you know what? For the sake of time, let's just call it Billy Price, Keelan. Let's do it up, man. Bills want to get away from a Tyrod Taylor like quarterback. Oh, I'm stupid. Somebody made that comment before, isn't he like Tyrod Taylor? And I was like, yeah, maybe. What's the point? Duh. Because he's like Tyrod and they want to get away from that. Yeah, that could entirely be. I'm not very close with the Buffalo Bills, so I don't know exactly what that situation. Although, you know what? That is true, because they seem to want to push him away, and I never really understood it, because I thought Tyrod's not that bad that you want to push him that hard away from the team. So yeah, maybe if they wanted Jackson, they would have kept Tyrod. Maybe. But we're also just talking about style, right? So if we're saying they're similar style, that's fine. You could have a pro-style quarterback that's garbage and you offload him. You wouldn't say we don't want a pro-style quarterback. We just want one that's better. Devil's advocate is all I'm saying. Kelvin Benjamin, a bust or no? I don't know, man. I used to really like Kelvin. When he first came out, I was big on Kelvin Benjamin. A lot of injuries, but it's hard to say he's not a... Most linemen are busts. Or linemen. Wow. Somebody help me. New poll is up. Wide receivers. These early round wide receivers, man. Dangerous proposition. A lot of these guys just don't pan out. Oh, I got to get this up on the screen. I don't want to ruin it. Please. That made me so happy. I love this group of people. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, a white guy. Oh, this is awesome. We do need to pick a player here, but that's hilarious. Kelvin was a late first. Yeah, all right. Whatever. I don't know. That was a question somebody asked earlier. How do you define a bust? Does it matter when you get drafted? Is it really your fault if you get drafted high? I don't know. I think it matters. Either way, I don't think he's had a great career. I don't know. If OBJ gets traded, where do you think he'll go? I don't know. I know Packers fans want him to go to Green Bay, but Packers fans want every free agent to go to Green Bay. I think that'd be obviously ridiculous and out of the question. I don't know. The guy's a head case. I don't really care where he goes. He can go away for all I care. Let's see how the white guy's doing here. I'm scared. Okay, good. Thank you. I thought it was going to be like 7-0 for the white guy. Who do you predict the best quarterback will be out of this draft class? I want to say Rosen is my safest pick because, you know, I think Mayfield looks the best when I'm watching. Again, not a scout, but when I'm watching, he just far and away is the best. Rosen is a close second, but he's also, I don't know. He just seems like the safe pick. Sam Darnold is another one. I don't really see it when I watch him, but there's something about him that, I don't know. Sam Darnold or Josh Rosen, I would say, are probably, if I had to guess. And I'm just going to stick with Josh Rosen. I don't know. That's my guess. All right, let's see if we got somebody here. There it is, Josh Jackson to the Patriots. And I actually forgot. I was like, wait a minute, why are the Patriots up so quick? It's like, oh, that's right, because they made that ridiculous trade for a wide receiver that wasn't even that essential to their team. They got a first-round draft pick. They don't even need the guy, for crying out loud. Ugh. Initially Rosen, eventually Baker. I like Baker a lot. I just don't think. I don't know. Could be. Carolina Panthers up next, ladies and gentlemen. Mike McGlinchey was already taken. Who said Mike McGlinchey? I don't know, maybe he's talking to somebody else. DRC to the Packers, that'd be cool. Mayfield, boom or bust. Yeah. I always get jacked when my intro music comes up. DJ Moore fans to Mr. 420 Blazin'. You having fun over there, Mr. 420 Blazin'? You know, because you're watching this, is all I'm implying. Carolina Panthers. A white guy. And they did not. They drafted a black guy. New poll is up. The Carolina Panthers. Come on now. Boom, bing, bang. Oof. Cortland Sutton. Inappropriate, 420 Blazin'. It's a family show. Keep it to yourself. Trying to see your picture there, 420. You a Panthers fan? You seem to be distressed. Yeah, that is weird, Van Der Esch. I don't know. I don't know how that works. You see guys that are getting love in the top 7, and then they fall all the way down here. Different teams, different needs, I guess, maybe. I don't know. Who knows these things? Cortland Sutton. I don't know, man. I think for the sake of time, we're going to have to call it, Mr. Keelan. Cortland Sutton to the Carolina Panthers. Jags need a tight end big time or a guard. Yeah. Tight end would be nice. Yeah, they need offense. If it's me, I want to give them offensive line. For sure. Fournette is your lifeline. Need that guy. Oof. 420. Very upset about Cortland Sutton. Hurst took the lead. I apologize. It is what it is, man. It's late. It's 12:03. We're like 2/3 of the way through this. If we keep going at that pace, it's going to be another hour. So it is what it is. Panthers do seem to draft. That's what happens when you draft and things don't pan out. When you draft and you suck at it, you just keep drafting the same position. No offense. Tennessee Titans. Oh, I know who the Titans need. I know what the Titans need. I'm not going to say it. We'll see what happens. Top 5 quarterbacks are number 1, Rosen, number 2, Mayfield, number 3, Darnold, number 4, Allen, number 5, Jackson. I'm good with that. I'd probably have something similar. I probably wouldn't put money on that. Only because I just feel like Darnold has something. I don't see it, but I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully not the case with the Packers at DB. Yeah, no kidding. That's actually the same reason I said I don't want to take a corner in the first round. I don't actually mean that necessarily. I mean, if you got somebody that can contribute, great. But I'm just so sick of it. First and second round, DB. First and second round the next year, DB. How many picks did we waste? Give me a break. But yeah, if your team is just not very good at drafting a certain position for some reason, just stop. I mean, I'm dead serious about that. How much better would the Packers have been if they'd have drafted some, get a tight end or some wide receivers or running backs for the offense, because we never draft offense ever early, or other positions, or offensive line, or something else. And then in free agency, you go out and get somebody. I mean, if you just can't do it, I don't know. Do we have... I'm not paying attention. The poll. I don't think so. Not quite. Poll in progress, I believe. And Maurice Hurst took a big lead there. My bad. Whatever. Is what it is. Got to vote quick, folks. There it is. Poll's up. That's how it is with Seahawks and offensive line, absolutely. That's it. And that's what I was saying with the Seahawks, too. I got to get this poll up. But they spent all these swings going for offensive line, and they spent a lot trying to get running backs as well. Not necessarily early first round or anything, I don't think. But they spent all that time trying to fix that, failed at it, and now the defense is falling apart, and it's just kind of doomed. It's kind of scary for all teams. Don't want that to happen. I certainly don't want that to happen to the Packers. Spend all these draft picks trying to fix the defense, and the offense starts falling apart. Titans are up. Oh, my guy's not even on this list. Somebody needs to add him. You know who I'm talking about. Come on now. No, I'll just leave it be. It's all right. It's all right. I don't care. I don't care about nothing. I'm grown. I'm 40. Ugh, I'm a man. All right, I'll say it. Harold Landry should be on this list. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. Sean Evans, that'll work. Whatever. Do what you do. Not a big Sam Hubbard fan, especially in a 3-4 defense, but that's all right. Leighton Vander Esch. Asking you shall receive. 40.5, so there. I'm not actually 40. I'm 31. Somebody said that earlier. Sometimes I just say things. Taven Bryan. Yeah, Taven should be on this list too. We should, throw out some names, man, because sometimes we just forget, You forget that there's guys. That's why I should have run out of real estate on the screen here, but I should have a big board on here. But if you think of some names, make sure you throw them out there so we're not drafting people just because we forget. All right. Well, what are the other options here? Got Ronnie Harrison and Rashaan Evans. But I'm going to give it another 15 seconds. Oh, my goodness. Davenport. Yeah, we got Davenport still out there. Josh Jackson went to the Patriots. All right, last shot. Get your vote in. Here we go. Doing it, tuning it. Van Der Esch it is, man. Mr. Keelan, we have it. Davenport to the Titans, yeah, it could be for sure. It's either way, it's kind of crazy that Landry and Davenport are still here, but I suppose late 20s, mid 20s. It's not super hard to believe. It's just weird that both of them are down here. Jair, man, getting a lot of love. I do like him. I think he's a love-hate kind of guy. There's a lot of people that really like Jair, but he's still consistently a second-round guy. Because he's not loved by everyone. There it is, Atlanta Falcons at 26. What we gonna do? Falcons. Yeah, I really like Oliver a lot. I forget who it was. I think it was Oliver. One of these online, these YouTube guys that does film study did a thing on Oliver. New poll is up. I think it was Oliver, and it was. I think he said he was the number one corner in the draft class, and it was a pretty compelling argument. It got me real excited for the whole trading back thing. If you can get a guy like Oliver for the Packers, and then pick up a couple second-round guys, or whoever. It doesn't have to be the Packers, but it's those kinds of players that get me excited about that. The range the Packers normally draft in, but aren't this year. Get excited about that range. Here we go. Falcons are up. We got Deron Payne. He's sliding. Taven Bryan. He's sliding. We got some fan favorites, Jair and Isaiah Oliver. Jamarco Jones making an appearance. Yeah, James Daniels, that's another one. Solid football player. Landry got more votes than Darth Van Der Esch. I like that. I haven't heard that before. Could be, man, but we gotta fly, and it is what it is. I gave everybody a shot to get their votes in. Long arms, yeah, that is the guy. Then Oliver, yeah. And it was crazy because it's just. That was his whole selling point, and at first I was kind of like, okay, long arms, that can't be your whole thing, but you watch him play, it really does make a big difference. Landry and Oliver for the Packers. Yes. And, yeah. Yes. Leave it at that. All right, let's see what we got. What do we got? Deron Payne it is. Deron Payne to the Falcons, Mr. Keelan, if you please. Frank Ragnow, which I still don't know if that's how you say his name. It sounds really dumb when you say it, but I've never seen it. I think he's a freak. I absolutely do, and I'm surprised that he doesn't get more love. But I don't know if I've seen him mocked higher than the 3rd round. But yeah, I'm digging that guy a lot. New Orleans Saints. Saints are in kind of a interesting situation because they've finally figured out a way to build a team around their quarterback, and their quarterback's right on the edge of being done. So they really got to go all in here and get something done. Yeah, PFF does love Frank a lot. For sure. They also like Maurice Hurst, who has not gone yet. #1 player in all of college football, according to PFF. No tight ends are worth a 1st rounder this year. Yeah, it kind of seems that way. New poll is up. New Orleans Saints. Davenport. Malik Jefferson. Haven't seen his name yet. I like him. More than most, I would say. But I do like him. There's Frankie. You got to vote. Christian Kirk. It has a lot of good names, man. Davenport, Harold Landry, Rashaan Evans, I think, does not get enough love. I remember, I shouldn't even say it because everybody's going to hate me, but I remember watching Rashaan Evans and Roquan Smith and thinking I would take Rashaan Evans. I don't know if I'd stand by that today because, yeah, he's got the quick first step and all that stuff, but Roquan just freaks me out not being able to take on blocks. You see quarterbacks just blowing him out of the water, and it's like, you're just not even a linebacker in my mind. Yes, Maurice Hurst is still available. Ooh, Rashaan. Getting some love here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on the tight ends. Dallas is, I don't know. We'll see. That's another one I don't really want to touch because when people are really high, like people that know what they're talking about, and I watch them and I go, I don't see anything here. There's something there's something there that's special that just doesn't jump off the screen necessarily. But Dallas Goddard is one of those guys for me. He's playing against just absolutely abysmal competition. He's not running by anybody. He's not doing anything super special as best as I can see. But he does something right. The untrained eye, such as mine, can't quite pick it out. But I'm not putting a lot of money into the Dallas Goddard thing. You can put me down for that one. All right, let's call it Rashaan Evans to the Saints, if you please. Landry and Cam Jordan, yeah, that'd be scary for sure. Pittsburgh Steelers. One thing I know about the Steelers is they've been investing a lot into safeties. I don't know if there's anybody round one that necessarily you'd want, but I've just been hearing a lot about that. Probably second round. Somebody mentioned, I think it was Pauline, said they're not going to get through 2 rounds without drafting a safety. 5 more guys. Thanks for sticking it out with me, folks. I'm having fun. My head hurts because I'm tired, groggy, but I'm having a good time. We're refining it. If anybody has ideas, feel free to throw them in there. Yeah, Justin Reed is definitely an option. If you got ideas for the stream, be sure to let me know. As I said, this is a test. David is having a hard time with the stream thing here. I feel bad. He's been trying to get in on this since I first posted it in the group that we're doing a stream, and he apparently can't join in. Sorry about that, man. I don't know what the problem is here. Keelan's got the new one up. Go vote. Do your duty. Let's see what it is. There it is. Dallas and Ronnie Harrison. Well, there you go. There's your safety. There he is, man. Who else we got? Gesicki, Malik Jefferson. Remember, you can add in options if you so choose, folks. Get in the Facebook group. If there's any new viewers, link is in the description. You can vote in the Facebook group. Add options as you please. Colton Miller falling in this mock, you think? I don't know. Don't really have a personal opinion on Colton Miller. I just haven't really seen him unanimously going in the first round. Burnett is great if he's healthy. I like Burnett a lot. I do a Packers podcast for Packernet.com also, and I've been screaming on that podcast forever. We cannot let him go, and we did. So, pretty upset about that, to be honest. Ooh, we got a tie. Dallas Goddard, Ronnie Harrison still going strong. Malik Jefferson to replace Shazier. Yeah, they gotta look for that replacement, unfortunately, for him. Landry has not been drafted, I know. It's been pretty crazy. He's been in the running a lot. He has yet to go. Steelers should take Landry. Well, you can put his name in there. Carla Varrock Jaguar, whatever. Sarah Varrock. Yeah. What's it going to be? Still tied. Still tied. What do we got down here? No love for Gesicki. Do you like the Jaguars? Do I like the Jaguars? Yeah, I'm fine with the Jaguars. I don't care. I'm actually... One of the cool things about the draft is it's really helping me to become a bigger football fan. Even things like the Bears and the Vikings. Well, Vikings are a little harder these days, but even teams like the Bears and the Vikings and the Lions and stuff, when we're talking mock draft and just kind of looking at the team breakdowns, I can still get excited about them. I don't like them, but I still kind of get excited, you know, seeing the growth and seeing these different things. Just as a football fan, it makes it kind of fun. I'm not sleeping on Shazier, but he's at least out this year, I believe. It's a castle in Scotland. Oh, okay. Cool. Is it that it is Sayre, right? With the S sound, I'm assuming. No way Landry and Davenport fall this much, I don't think. I don't think so either, but is what it is, man. Your ancestors built it in 1240? Wow. Well, congratulations. That's nuts. You ever been there? No way the Panthers take Sutton. Yeah, we got a Panthers fan that was in here that was really upset about that. He wanted DJ Moore, and he was the only one that voted for him. All right, Ronnie Harrison to the Steelers it is. Let's mark it down. Move on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, and it's C sound. Well, I suck on every account. I know nothing about anything ever. It's all right. I'm not Scottish. I'll get over it. Bet $100 Panthers take Justin Reed from... You bet $100? I tell you what, man. You can donate that. If you wanna stand by that. Feel free to donate $100 if and when the Panthers don't take Justin Reed in the first round. Not going to be upset if you don't. I'm just saying. If you're looking to throw away $100, feel free to give it to me. 420 blaze it. Okay. Oh, that was the guy get it. I say everybody's getting a little delirious around here. Edward Longshanks attacked it in 1300. That's pretty cool. Thank you, sir. You'll take the bet? No, I'm taking the bet. Get out of here, Jonathan. It's my $100. Jeez. Trying to snipe my money, man. I got the camera. Talk to me only. Oh, we already did this. Ronnie Harrison. Got it. Ronnie, man. Make it Ronnie. Let's do this. Worley is a hole. At nickel? He's a hole? That's rude. New poll is up. Jaguars. We got a lot of talent that's fallen here, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of talent. Mo Hurst is one of them. Although at least there's an excuse with the whole injury thing why he would fall. Dallas Jaguars do need that tight end help. Guy sounds confident. Share the love. I will share nothing with you and you will like it. Figurative $100. Oh, sure. Dang it. I thought this YouTube channel was going to make money for the first time ever. Eagles could use Geis. Yeah, Geis isn't going either. Man, who is going here that's making everybody fall? Maybe Cortland, Rashawn. A lot of these guys are first. Oh, Darius did go. He went to the Lions. Never mind. Never mind. Where's the Jags poll? I don't know. I don't think it's up yet. We're working on it. It's coming. Rock. I'll figure out how to say it. Don't tell me my truth. I know how to say it. You're gay and play for bite. Nice to meet you, Isaiah. Sorry about your situation. Geis would make some sense because Ajayi's in his last year. Corey Clement, whatever. What do we got? Dallas and Mo Hurst tied up. I feel like either I'm slipping mentally or everybody's starting to get real crazy in here. This is what happens when you start getting into the AM. People start getting crazy. I don't even know what anybody's talking about anymore. Don't screw the Jags up. I'm not doing anything. I didn't even vote. Who do you want, Mr. Carver Lock Jags? Goddard on the Jags is insane. In a good way or a bad way? What do we got? Still tied. Come on, folks. We got Moore and Chark and Gesicki. No love for Landry. Zero love. Fly, Eagles, fly. They certainly do. It's late and I'm wine drunk. Don't judge me. I'm sorry, man. I'm not trying to judge. Still love you. I love that he's still rolling with the history lesson. 3,100 English troops attacked. Only 60 members of Clan Maxwell were defending the castle. Look it up. I definitely will look it up, man. Do I play Fortnite? I do not play Fortnite, but I just got into PUBG or whatever. Play it on my phone on mobile. Spend a lot of time doing that. It's a lot of fun. Oh, you were talking to Keelan. I apologize. I'll just shut up and do this. Man. All right. Some of you James Daniels, DJ Moore, Mike Gesicki folks need to pull your whatchamadoozy, pull your vote and go vote for either Dallas Goddard or Mo Hurst so we can break this tie. Yes, mobile, shut up. Have you tried it? It's the same thing. You suck. Laugh at me. I'm not spending money. Spending money for a game I can play on my phone for free. I said it right. Which time? I've said it like 6 different times. Kerlavarok? I'm just here for the castle knowledge. Fortnite is free. Let's see what's going on here. What do we got going on over here? There it is. Dallas Goddard it is, Keelan. Mobile, bruh. Have you played it? Have you played it? Because I would kill you. I would snipe your head in a second. Snipe your face right off on mobile. What? Are you still talking video games, Isaiah? You switch back and forth between gay comments and video games. I'm so confused. Yes, you have. You haven't done anything in your life. You don't know anything. Minnesota Vikings up next. Oh. I got a family, man. I can't sit down here and play games on the computer all day. Sit upstairs on my phone and play games all day. What's with Isaiah? I don't know what's with Isaiah. Isaiah's flipped a little bit. Vikings shouldn't have a pick. I would agree with that. You know what? We're skipping the Vikings. I'm just kidding. Just joking. It's not like they're going to do the right thing anyways. Banned from drafting. Now we'll beat them straight up. New poll is up. Get after it. So many good players still out there. Does anybody know about PUBG Mobile? Nobody knows except me. What did that say? Suction machine. What? All right, I'm down. Let's do it. $12:30 in the morning. Vikings get a suction machine. Vikings fans are almost worse than cowgirls. Do you hear what they did to the Eagles players during the Super Bowl? Yeah, I heard a little bit. I've heard they're actually pretty vicious. Like, as a Packers fan, you're much better off going to a Bears game than a Vikings game because the Vikings fans are pretty douchey. Bears fans, I think, are relatively cool. I think they used to be pretty bad. He put suction machine in there. We're leaving it. I don't even care. Whew. Patriots are up. This is the greatest day of my life. Well, marriage and kids are cool, but this is up there. You're studying to be a history teacher? Sweet. Do you know other things? Or mostly Scottish war trivia? Vikings fans tried to assault me on my way to a game. I don't know. I was going to say I have no desire to go to football games anyways, but it would be kind of cool to go to the Vikings stadium. But it's filled with Vikings fans, so why? Patriots are up. What did they get last time? They got Josh Jackson at corner. Could probably use a tackle to replace Nate Soldier. What else do they need? They need a wide receiver to replace Cooks. I don't know what else they need. Suction machine for the win. You got that right. You have to write it. Keelan, got to put in the electric part, man. Don't let the people down. It's not even going to fit on the screen. Duval. You wanted Dallas Goddard, I take it? What does this say? Uh-oh, you said a naughty word. I'll let it slide. Family program, folks. I live around Detroit. Well, that's Detroit, man. You're lucky all they said was forget your team. New post is, poll is up. I can't even speak anymore. This is just anarchy at this point. Here we go. The return of the white player. Oh. This is the greatest. This is the absolute greatest NFL YouTube channel. That's all there is to it. I'm not bragging. It's not even me. This is just awesome. I'm going to vote for the white guy. Considering Landry's obviously going to win this. Anarchy Acres. We starting a convent? LVE is amazing. Yes. Let's see what we got here. See if we can call it. I think we can anyways, but... Yep, Harold Landry going to the New England Patriots. Thank you, folks. Is there any short white receivers in this year's draft, come to think of it? Probably somewhere. I'm not really sure. Could look it up. Let's see. Whilst we're waiting. Go to Old Faithful here. Let's find us a short white wide receiver. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Darn it. Wait, he's black. The Patriots can't draft him. Yeah, they drafted 2 black guys. Shame, shame. I can't really talk. The Packers aren't much better. All right. Wide receivers. Who do we got? Yeesh, I'm not seeing one. Dylan Cantrell, Texas Tech. He's 6'3" though. We're saying short white. Trey Quinn is 6 foot. Who else we got? Justin Watson is 6'3". Yeah, if you're white and you're at the end of the spectrum, you would better be really tall. Otherwise, what is your purpose in life? Braxton Berrios. He's white, right? Or is he Hispanic? I don't know. 5'9", looks white. Checkmate. All right, man. Philadelphia Eagles. This is it. Eagles. The Eagles poll is up. Elderly person and a wheelchair abuser. Well, they already have one, but let's keep it real. They do dig that kind of stuff. They're into that. Beating up old ladies in wheelchairs. Stormy Daniels. It's getting all kinds of crazy up in here now. Isaiah, I'm not approving that, man. I'm not approving that thing. Weird person. What do we got in the comments here? Test me on history, I know everything. Wow. I'm short and white if that's a $100 bet doesn't pan out. Would you stop? The $100 is mine. Give it up, man. Go be a short white wide receiver. About history and country music. Pats need a long snapper. A question about history. I don't know. Somebody asked him a question about history. Thanks for hosting. Hey, you're welcome, man. Thanks for coming out, Johnadelphia Eagles. Very, very welcome. Thank you guys for coming out. Had a lot of fun. Gotta think of a history question here. I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. Colton's in the lead. I'm going to drag it out a little bit longer because it's the last pick. I'm going to torture all of you. It's not 2 rounds. Ha! You're funny, man. No, not today. Need a lockdown corner. Don't see it there, so a slot corner. We'd be here forever if we continue to. No, man, not 2 rounds. Might do round 2 tomorrow or something. I don't know. What date did the lunar eclipse of... Let's see what we got here. To the Eagles. Ooh. Colton Miller is now tied with Stormy Daniels. Stormy's kind of old, isn't she? How old is Stormy Daniels? I don't know if she can play anymore. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it, man. Jags can trade Shane win. I sound like I'm drunk. I can't even speak. Let's do 7 rounds. We might just go round 2. Although it can't work with suction machine. I mean, it could. We could just make that a running joke through 7 rounds that the Vikings don't get to pick a player. Stormy for the win. 420 Blazin pops up when he sees Stormy Daniels. Sheesh. Shame on you. Still tied. Someone's got to give me a tiebreaker. Or we should probably just call it for Colton Miller so Stormy Daniels doesn't win. You can sign Stormy for $140,000. You can pay her off pretty cheap for NFL standards. That's true. Dante Jackson. Did you even put him in the list? Alright, man. Let's call it for Colton Miller. Lots of arguments out there, but I don't think anyone's going to beat him at this point other than elderly person in a wheelchair abuser. .420's so upset Stormy didn't win. I'm sorry. Hey! I didn't say Stormy Daniels. Get out of here. Thank you for changing that. This is out of control. Alright, folks. I guess we'll go to bed. That's actually... Look at that. Music's ending on cue. That was the last song in my thing. It's meant to be. You folks have yourselves a good night. And we'll figure this out tomorrow. Something. I don't know. Have a good one.